Against the Tide, Deep Sea Love. Chapter 1 The Great Ceremony arrives. Since she was a child, King Lan knew that she was different from others. The legend of mermaids is passed down by word of mouth in coastal towns, and each mermaid child will complete the differentiation at the age of 14, and since then it has the form of a half-human, half-fish and has the ability to travel through the ocean. However, King Lan has been waiting for the legendary big gift, but there is still no movement until his 18th birthday. That night, the sea breeze was cold, and King Lan stood on the shore, and the moonlight reflected the silver mirror-like waves on the sea. Suddenly, he felt a sharp pain all over his body, as if his whole body was swallowed up by the waves, and like the tides of the ocean stirring his soul. In pain, his feet began to change, scales covered his skin, and his tail grew rapidly, and he finally completed his differentiation, becoming a real mermaid. But this mermaid is different from the legend. Hormone levels are too high, and you need to find a match as soon as possible, otherwise your life is in danger. This is the voice that sounded in my mind after King Lan differentiated. He was shocked to find that he had fallen into a strange biological law. He could only survive if he found a perfect match. Chapter 2 Change your mind and be a new person. King Lan has since understood that the willfulness and unruliness of the past will no longer be useful. In order to survive, he decided to change his mind and be a new person. But in the town, mermaid identity is an absolute secret. If found, they will be isolated or even hunted by human society. King Lan changed himself, learned to control his emotions, learned to interact with people, and tried to integrate into ordinary human life. However, the strong loneliness and longing in my heart always lingered. Chapter 3 Unexpected Matches. In the process of exploring a matching partner, King Lan accidentally discovered a surprising secret. He thought that the match should be a similar person in the mermaid race, but fate led him to a completely different human girl named Naruto Cheng. Ming Cheng is a vibrant but somewhat mysterious girl who always appears in the most unexpected places in Kanglan, like clues woven by fate. What's even more strange is that their DNA is highly matched, becoming each other's only survival dependent. Chapter 4 The Secret Under the Tide. King Lan decided to approach Ming Cheng, but soon found out that her life experience was also extraordinary. Naruto is actually a guardian of half-human bloodline, possessing the ability to control tides and storms, a power that goes far beyond the realm of humans. As the relationship between the two deepened, the secrets of the depths of the ocean gradually surfaced. The ancient sea tribe and the guardians of the land are plotting a conspiracy that spans thousands of years. King Lan and Ming Cheng not only have to face the entanglement of each other's fate, but also face this huge challenge. Chapter 5 The Labyrinth of the Seabed and the Bizarre Trial. In order to decipher the truth of the blood match, the two dive into an ancient labyrinth under the sea, which is full of bizarre creatures and bizarre mechanisms. In the maze, they encounter schools of phantom fish, giant sea dragons, and even get trapped in a time spiral. Every trial tests their will and tacit understanding, and also deepens their bond. Chapter 6 The Crack Between the Harmony of the Heart and the Truth. After a difficult trial, King Lan and Ming Cheng's hearts gradually fitted. However, they discovered a surprising secret. The cause of King Lan's hormone abnormalities was actually a curse from the ancient sea tribe, and this curse was related to the survival of the entire ocean. Naruto Cheng's family guards the key to cracking the curse, and the fates of the two are destined to be intertwined. But at this moment, traitors within the Sea Clan are exposed, trying to prevent them from completing their mission. Chapter 7 The Decisive Battle in the Center of the Storm. On the night of the Great Storm, King Lan and Naru Cheng led the Sea Clan and the Land Guardians to launch the ultimate battle against the traitors. The huge waves were monstrous, the thunder roared, and the sky and sea seemed to be about to collapse. They used each other's strength to break the curse and save the dying ocean. At the same time, the bond between the two has reached an unprecedented peak. Chapter 8 Rebirth and Hope. After the storm, the ocean returned to calm. Kanglan's differentiation hormone levels returned to normal, and he and Ming Chang became a bridge between the mermaid and the guardian world. The races of two different worlds have reconciled because of them, and together they protect this deep blue home. Kanglan finally understood that matching a partner is not only the key to survival, but also the love and hope given by fate. Chapter 9 The Covenant of the Tides. On the sea, the silver moonlight is like water, sparkling. Kanglan stood by the reef, staring at the bottomless sea. Ever since he and Ming Chang discovered that each other's fates were connected, he couldn't calm down. Can we really break the curse? Kanglan whispered to himself, but felt a faint sound of water coming from his ears. It was Ming Chang's voice. She stepped out of the waves, and the moist scales on her body shimmered with a pale blue light in the moonlight. We have to believe in ourselves and in each other. She smiled, her palm gently covering Kanglan's palm. Tonight, we have made a tidal covenant to face it together, no matter what happens. Kanglan felt a firm strength that he had never felt before. He nodded and decided to fully open the door of his heart. Chapter 10 Lost in the Deep Sea. In order to find the origin of the curse, Kanglan and Ming Chang infiltrated the forbidden place under the sea, Shadow Valley. This is the oldest forbidden place of the mermaids, full of unknowns and dangers. In the dark waters, bizarre deep-sea creatures swim in the shadows, and illusion and reality are intertwined into a maze. They must solve the puzzles of the underwater labyrinth and find the sacred stone hidden within, which is the key to lifting the curse. Whenever they got closer to the sacred stone, the energy in the seawater became stronger, as if a pair of invisible eyes were watching their every move. Chapter 11 The Lurking Enemy. Just as Kanglan and Ming Chang were solving puzzles one after another, a lurking crisis appeared in the shadows. The traitor Kraken Black Flame hides in an undercurrent. He is cunning and ruthless, vowing to prevent them from succeeding. In an accident, Kanglan was almost plotted by the Black Flame, but fortunately, Ming Chang was rescued in time. You have to be more careful. Naruto Cheng's voice was soft and resolute. The enemy is not only a monster on the outside, but also those with ulterior motives. Kanglan nodded, knowing in his heart that this war was far from over. Chapter 12 The Inner Demon Trial. In the final level of approaching the sacred stone, Kanglan encountered the most severe test, the challenge of the inner demon. The shadows of his past emerge in the deep sea, the confusion of youth, the weakness of the past, the fear of loneliness, and even the suspicion of Naruto Cheng. Each phantom flooded his will like a tide. You don't deserve love and hope. The phantom sneered, trying to drag Kanglan into despair. But Kanglan's voice sounded in his heart, believe in me and believe in yourself. He tried his best to dispel his demons and usher in unprecedented clarity and strength. Chapter 13 The Secret of the Sacred Stone. Kanglan finally touched the sacred stone that shone with a dark blue light and felt the ancient power it contained. The sacred stone is actually a symbol of peace between the ancient sea tribe and the land guardians, and it is also the core of lifting the curse. However, the power of the sacred stone must be linked to love and sacrifice, otherwise the curse will live forever. Kanglan and Ming Chang clasped their hands and decided to share this heavy responsibility. Chapter 14 Curse Lifting and Rebirth. Under the brilliance of the sacred stone, Kanglan and Ming Chang fused each other's life force, activating the power to unseal the curse. The ocean has come back to life, the sleeping behemoth has awakened, and the underwater world is full of hope again. Kanglan's hormone levels have also returned to normal, and he is no longer a weak person who must rely on his partner to survive. The two broke the ancient shackles with true love, proving that although fate is cruel, the human heart can create miracles. Chapter 15 The Unknown Future. The sea calmed down, but Kanglan knew that life would not stop adventuring. He stood side by side with Naruto on the shore, looking at the boundless horizon in the distance. This is not just the end, but also another beginning. Ming Cheng said softly. No matter how big the wind and waves are, we will go on together. Kang Lan clenched her hand, her eyes full of hope. The waves gently lap on the shore, like the rhythm of fate, continuing to write their legends. Chapter 16 The Judgment of the Sea God. The success of Kang Lan and Ming Cheng lifted the curse, but it awakened the long-dormant Sea God, the Deep Blue Inquisitor. The Sea God appeared on the throne of the deep sea, and his voice was like thunder. The love between a mortal and a demigod goes against the laws of nature and must be judged. Kang Lan stepped forward and expressed the efforts of the two to protect the peace of the sea and land. The Sea God sneered and issued a test. If you can pass the 7 tests, you will be able to live forever in the ocean. If you fail, your soul will sink into the abyss forever. This is the final challenge of fate. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 17 The 7 Trials. Trial 1, Heart of the Storm. Steady your mind in the big waves and ride the storm. Trial 2, Illusion Labyrinth. Face your inner fears and don't lose yourself. Trial 3, Deep Sea Flame. Not burned, kept pure. Trial 4, Sonic Dance. Empathize with marine life and gain trust. Trial 5, Time Vortex. Travel through the past and the future, accept yourself. Trial 6, Touch of Darkness. Find light in the absence of light. Trial 7, Spiritual Fusion. Turn love and faith into strength and conquer judgment. At every level, Kang Lan and Ming Cheng move forward hand in hand, supporting each other, and demonstrating the power of true love. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 18 The Reversal of the Abyss. In the final level, darkness surges in the abyss, and the Inquisitor wants to despair them forever. Kang Lan and Ming Cheng clasped their hands and injected all the love, trust, and courage into their hearts. A dazzling pillar of light erupted from within them, penetrating the abyss and illuminating the entire sea. The Sea God was finally moved, showed a rare tenderness, and announced. You reverse your fate with love and become the eternal guardians of the ocean. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 19 The Eternal Covenant Between Sea and Land. Kang Lan and Ming Cheng were given the blood of the gods and became a bridge between the sea and the land. The merfolk have forged an unprecedented alliance with humans. Coastal cities become harbors of peace and prosperity, and marine life freely moves between land and the deep sea. The two joined hands and made an oath on the coast. No matter the ebb and flow, life and death depend on each other, and we will guard this blue world together. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 20 Ending, Tides of Love. Kang Lan and Ming Cheng returned to their hometown and were already legendary guardians endowed with divine powers. The lonely boy of the past has now become a hero in the hearts of the ocean and mankind. Their stories are sung and become eternal love legends. Under the moonlight, the two hugged each other, and the waves patted on the shore, as if whispering. Love never stops like the tide. Underscore 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 un. Postscript. The fate of mermaids is not just a miracle of biology, but an awakening of the soul. Kang Lan and Ming Cheng used love and courage to rewrite their destiny, and also closely connected the sea and land. This story tells us that even if fate is cruel, as long as there is love in our hearts, we can swim upstream, illuminate the darkness, and face the light. The tides are endless, and so is love.